Hello, tarot lovers. Hello, spirit seekers. Today, I'm bringing the Tarot Snapshot for Sunday, January 21st. And I want to thank everybody for being here. It's my intention for this Tarot Snapshot to bring anybody who stumbles upon it as much clarity, connection, direction as they need. Let's jump right in. I'm using the Mystical Medleys tarot deck, the one that has a little bit of cartoony, old-timey-wimey style. And I love this so much. It's a gift from my husband, and it reminds us to be playful and joyful with life, especially when life isn't playful or joyful with us. I have to shuffle 5 times to get us to the 3 cards that we need to see this week. The first card is going to represent us in terms of where we're at. Even me, because I do get a lot out of these readings. I'm not the guy delivering the message to everybody, I'm the guy receiving it as well. The second card illustrates what is vexing and perplexing, and the next card illustrates what heals and reveals. So, what's our challenges? What's our guidance? So simple 3 cards. If you're a rune reader, if you're an oracle card reader, tarot reader, you can do this one pretty simple. Who am I? What's challenging me? What's the best guidance? So just taking a little snapshot into our life. This week, you and I, everybody watching this, is represented by the Emperor energy. Okay, I have the Emperor come up quite a bit. To me, this is a Santa Claus energy. He actually kind of looks like Santa Claus. So I'm going to be repeating here a message that we need to hear, and this is a message that has stayed with us for a few weeks now. Let's think about what Santa Claus represents. Not as a child, but as an adult. As a child, Santa was the one that would bring us toys if we were good. So there was this energy of, toe the line, do the thing that's required of you, and you'll be rewarded. Santa as an adult, Santa is the noble provider, the person who remembers the childlike spirit. If you think of Santa, whether this was St. Nicholas, an actual human being, Odin, or whomever, this would be the person that's an archetype of bringing gifts to children. Not just gifts to children, but to adults as well. This is a reminder to me that we have to maintain that Christmas spirit, no matter what time of year it is. But especially right now, I think this past week might have been Blue Monday. Have you ever heard of Blue Monday? Blue Monday is the most depressing day of the year. It's a couple of weeks. I think it was January 16th. I'm not sure. A couple of weeks after the festivities of Christmas and New Year's simmered down. Christmas, pretty much the whole month of December, is all about the lights and the colors and the tastes and the smells, all of that. New Year's, a continuation of that. But we walk into January and it's like we hit this brick wall of blah. This card is encouraging us to remember that our kingdom is what we make it. That Christmas spirit, well, we need it. I mean, it's just a little bit after 5 o'clock right now, and it's dark out. It's still dark. It's still cold. It's still gray. There's going to be some time before we get to spring. We need to make our own Christmas. We need to have those lights and those colors and those smells and all of that to lift our spirit. We have to be vital, because I think you and I can agree with this. We want to be the strongest versions of ourselves. Do you love people? Do you take care of people? If you do, with that love comes responsibility and this desire to be the best and strongest version of yourself. I think that's why anybody would look at tarot cards, because tarot helps to push a person to balance. So if you sit here loving somebody, and if you sit here wanting to be the best version of yourself, that means to take care of your spirit as well. Take care of your kingdom by nourishing the head that wears the crown. You know that saying, heavy is the head that wears the crown? That's true. If we're all walking around doing our best to take care of our kingdom, take care of the people that we care for, all of that, we can't do that from a malnourished place. And we can't do it if we're miserable. Not well. Not really. So that's who we are. Card number 4, the Emperor this week. I love this. This has got some strong energy. So think Santa Claus. The card that vexes and perplexes us, the Knight of Pentacles. Patience, young Padawan, patience. The Pentacles, again, teach me that we have to be patient. That those barren fields, well, they've been planted. We can jump up and down, yell and scream, but that's not going to make those plants, that crop, grow faster. We have to be committed, and I think a lot of us probably aren't. Now, sadly, a lot of us aren't committed. There's so many people that would have set New Year's resolutions, probably started something, but didn't stay committed or devoted to it, and didn't have the patience. For instance, if you're upset with the physical shape of your body, a lot of people can be, a lot of people want to be thinner or stronger or what have you, myself included, and you set yourself on a course to work out. There's wisdom in you're not going to see. I think what it is people will start to see differences in your body around 8 weeks, but you won't actually see that for 12. And if you go to work out or you change your diet, your food, what have you, and you don't notice immediate response, be patient, because you can't expect the plant to grow by itself within a day. So there's this level of patience, and this is going to get worse for everybody the more we walk into this, technologically driven world. I can record this video, I can put it to YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and all of that. It doesn't take me a lot of time to do that. Back in the day, something like that would have seemed incredible to do. Video production, video cameras, a lot of that. Right now, we have this instant gratification culture that we live in. We can't let that illustrate or translate into the patience that we should have for ourselves and our goals, not only in our body, but in our life. So we have to stay consistent, we have to stay devoted, and we have to remain patient. I think a lot of us are struggling with that, especially with vitamin joy. It feels selfish to take care of ourselves. It feels selfish to check out. It feels selfish to have a little bit of fun. But I think it's more vital than we'd ever know. And we have to stay committed to that too. The vitamin joy. Let's take a look at the card that heals and reveals the guidance that we have. 5 of Cups. Okay. 5 of Cups is the card of grief. But let's take a look at this. This card usually shows a person who's crying over the spilt cups and never really paying attention to what they still have left standing. But I love this image because this shows this person almost obsessing with the mirror. So I can't say that there's narcissism here, but when this person is so focused on these cups or what's in this mirror, they're missing out on the bigger picture. That, yes, these cups are still standing, but there's this bridge in the background to this almost fairy tale happy ever after. I think perhaps we concentrate on our own stories a little bit too much, and we get stuck in them. I'll give you a for instance. I just sat with this client, and she kept using this really awful language about herself. She's like, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. I can't do that. I'm not doing that. And I asked her to have grace for herself because the language she used was really unfair. And if she can't find the energy, I said this, and I said, instead of beating yourself up for not being able to find energy, how about you look for the thing that's causing you to not feel energy? This woman had undergone an incredible amount of grief and trauma and pain in the past year or two. And she wasn't even she wasn't even thinking that that was having an impact on her well-being. And I said, it's not you that's not finding the strength. It's the thing that's in your life that is causing you to feel diminished. But that's not your fault. You can only respond to it. You can't be responsible for the amount of grief that you've picked up. So I think it's important that, we look outside the mirror and we look at the things that are affecting us and are perhaps responsible for the thing that we're struggling for. No matter what, pointing the finger back at yourself and telling you that you're the fault of the worst things that have ever happened to you, that's never going to work out. Peace, that's never just going to fall into your lap, and you have to actively pursue it. Be well.